Ripple heading towards historic win. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you guys here today. XRP, a little bit of a red day so far. Let's go ahead and get this over in the corner here. Down 1.50. We are looking bullish on the RSI TDI. Right now, we are currently sitting at, let's go ahead and pull this down. We're currently sitting at 61. So remember, above the 50s bullish, but extra bullish above market baseline. Very exciting there. Also, big news, obviously the XRP news, the Ripple news that we're going to be covering in that article. And we will also be covering all the important topics from last week. What happened? Musk continues Twitter overhaul, Instagram to host NFT tools, and JP Morgan makes his first public blockchain trade. And we're going to cover that and more in today's video. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ryan Huggins. I'm a crypto and real estate investor here in Orange County, California. And my job is to help be your crypto shortcut. Because if you're like most people, you probably don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day in the charts, reading through headlines, things of that nature. You got life to live. But that's what we do here at this channel. And then we bring that information to you in a condensed form. So if you're looking for crypto shortcut, smash that subscribe button. So as we just talked about, trades right now down 1.42% on the day, a little bit of a red day. Yesterday was such a powerful move, 11% to the upside. We also broke the trend line. You can see here on the charts, it actually came down, retested that trend line today. So great stuff going on there. We'll jump into the charts for XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we'll dabble in some of these other coins as well here at the end of the video. First, let's jump into the news.
If you're ready to earn an extra $200 to $3,000 per day in passive income, just like the Run Guys do every single day, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, then click the link in the description of this video to learn the Run Guys' #1 way to start earning passive income online with crypto today.
So the top stories from this week was that JP Morgan executes its first DeFi trade on the public blockchain. A cross-border currency swap was carried out on a public blockchain by JP Morgan as part of the pilot program involving the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS, Project Guardian. It was actually a $70,000 transaction. Obviously in the crypto world and the banking world, not a very big transaction, but it did go through without a hitch. SBI Digital Asset Holdings, Oliver Wyman Forum, and DBS Bank. The Polygon blockchain hosted a swap between tokenized deposits of the Japanese yen and the Singapore dollar, helped by smart contract technology from Aave. More worldwide global adoption. Union Bank of the Philippines launches Bitcoin and Ethereum trading. Philippine banking giant Union Bank now offers certain retail clients access to Bitcoin and Ether trading and custody, thanks to the collaborative pilot between the bank of crypto company Metico. Union Bank operates the regulatory approval of Bangko Sentro Inga Filipinas, the central bank of the Philippines. The offering has been almost a year in the making, the result of a January 22 partnership between Metico and Union Bank. This is also not Union Bank's first foray into the crypto sector. So as we've all known from the get-go, right? So XRP, Ripple, was the cross-border payment system. You'll notice that a lot of different cryptos are trying to step into that field because of how big of a ballpark that's going to be. Come one, come all, Meta to bring NFT minting and trading to Instagram. This is a big deal because of the fact that Instagram is always looking for something new. Meta, the parent company, also, but because of TikTok really taking a lot of their market share, they needed something with a splash. Also, Meta, the company's stock has been tanking. They need to bring in people and the excitement. This is big deal. This is new. This is hip. This is happening. And this is going on right now. New upcoming features on Instagram will help users create, show off, and also sell non-fungible tokens on the social media platform. A social media operation under Meta, formerly Facebook, Instagram will provide an end-to-end toolkit for NFTs, according to a recent announcement from Meta. Now, if you've ever traded NFTs, it's very simple once you get the hang of it, right? But you have to go to OpenSea, you have to do this, you have to mint, you have to do that. It's a little scary for some people because it's a whole new platform. But if you're already on Instagram, and all of a sudden it was easy to just buy and sell NFTs, this is a home run. NFTs created on Instagram can be sold on the platform as well as off it. The Solana blockchain was also added to the list of compatible blockchains for Instagram as per the announcement. So what do you think? Are you going to put your NFTs? Are you going to buy and sell NFTs on Instagram? How cool is it that your run pass? By the way, if you're not part of the Bull Runners Club yet, make sure you click the link right down in the description. Get started today with us. Partner with the Run Guys. Learn how to make passive income, whether the markets are going up or going down. We're always making money. Join us and we'll show you how. Elon Musk faces class action lawsuit over mass Twitter layoffs. Crazy, crazy situation. Laid off, I believe, over 75% of the staff there. Also, interestingly enough, before we get into this information, Jack Dorsey, the founder, creator, ex-CEO of Twitter, just tweeted out today that he said sorry to all of these employees. He said, "This is actually on me. I grew the company too fast." So just like any tech startup, he wanted to grow and grow and grow, make it worth as much money as possible. It got bloated. There was tons of people there that were working that weren't even working. They were just employees with big fat ass paychecks and not doing anything. So Elon has come in and really, really tightened up the ship. After firing top-level Twitter brass, Musk has reportedly begun significant staff layoffs. As I was just telling you, 50 to 75% all gone. The affected staff are reportedly fighting back via class action lawsuit aimed at Musk that essentially claims the layoffs require more advance notice. A regulatory filing also recently publicized Musk as Twitter's only board member after he removed all others. And also, just so you are aware, after firing these people, he gave them 90 days worth of paid leave. So they're going to get 90 days. So it doesn't matter how much notice they got because they're going to be continued paying basically for the next 3 months. And because this came out and he's fighting back on Twitter. So Twitter's crazy right now, man. If you follow Elon Musk, it's actually quite fun to see what's going on. But he said that he only needed to pay these people 45 days, but he actually doubled it. He gave them 50% more than he was supposed to. And, or I guess that would be 100% more. But anyway, they are getting a significant severance package. And I don't know why or how they're going to win this lawsuit. It'll be interesting and exciting to follow along on Twitter. You have our swords. So 12 independent entities pledge legal support for Ripple. As of yesterday, it was only 11. So we have another one coming to the table. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission SEC legal case against Ripple continues nearly 2 years. The latest development sees official support from 12 different entities backing Ripple in the form of submitting amicus briefs, also known as Friends of the Court. The Chamber of Digital Commerce and Coinbase sit among the list of supporters. The SEC claims Ripple's XRP sale was an unregistered securities offering. The case's outcome can potentially affect the crypto industry as a whole. Top winners and losers last week: Bitcoin high of 21,444, a low of 20,102. Ethereum with a high of 1,658 and a low of 1,507. Top altcoin gainers was Loopring gaining 45%, Dogecoin up 41%, and Airweave up 40%. Top altcoin losers is Aptos down 11%, Clayton down 7%, and Terra Classic down 6.7%. And also in this report, prediction of the week, Bitcoin price bottom takes shape as old coins hit a record 78% of supply. Bitcoin saw some price volatility this week, making a move past 21,000 on November 4th. The U.S. Federal Reserve also raised interest rates another 0.75, coinciding with some of Bitcoin's volatility. According to data from Glassnode, the number of Bitcoin held for 6 months or longer now accounts for most of Bitcoin's circulating supply. Over 78% as of October's end. This could mean lessened odds of significant selling activity ahead. And some FUD of the week. Just going to cover these quickly here, just so you're aware of some things going on out there. Deribit crypto exchange halts withdrawals amid $28 million hot wallet hack. Everything is fine. Gala Games calls for calm after fears of multi-billion-dollar hack. Come to find out it was not hacked and everything looks to be okay and safe over there. Santander UK limits crypto transactions for its customers. All right, Ripple heading towards historic win against the SEC. Most cryptocurrency ecosystems have rallied behind Ripple as they all show collective efforts to highlight the dangers that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission poses to Ripple, XRP, and other digital currencies. This follows the new development of the court granting an SEC motion to extend the time for all parties to file reply briefs. In the XRP SEC case, the amicus briefs, those 12 we talked about earlier, all collectively support Ripple's previous notions that the SEC has, in fact, been unjust in dealing with it and the firm. It goes even further to explain in detail how many more digital currencies are at risk being blacklisted by the SEC, especially if it wins the case against Ripple. As Garlinghouse explains here, for those of you keeping count, 12 amici briefs submitted. It's unprecedented, I'm told, to have this happen at this stage. They each explain in their own unique way the irreparable harm the SEC will do to every facet of the U.S. crypto economy if it gets its way. And Jeremy Hogan, a great attorney out there that's following the case, says here the judge could decide that all sales were securities and leave the issue of damages and scienter of the individual defendants for trial. Also, yes, the judge could rule no sales were securities, and that covers all the pieces. Thought I'd throw that in there. So let me know your case. What do you think? Down in the comments section below, is the SEC going to win, or is XRP Army going to win this case?
If you're ready to earn an extra $200 to $3,000 per day in passive income, just like the Run Guys do every single day, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, then click the link in the description of this video to learn the Run Guys' #1 way to start earning passive income online with crypto today.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Here we are, XRP. Let's go ahead. We're going to start on the weekly charts here, and we're going to jump over to the Heikin-Ashi candles here, and we're going to look and see where is price going. Well, our first supply and demand candle is this candle here on the weekly chart. We'll color that in white. So this will be our top side supply and demand zone that we're sitting in right now. And then we have our bottom side, which is going to be this one right here. And that gets us to that 35-cent level. So that's on the weekly zone. The great thing about this, as we continue the pump and the move to the upside, we have our supply and demand zone to the top side right here, all the way up at that 78-cent level. So right now, it's really in an interesting spot for XRP, whether it goes up or down. This is going to be a telling situation. So as we drop now down to the daily charts, we have a couple of things to keep in mind here. Number one, we have now broken through the trend indicator that we have been using, which is trend lines with breaks by Lux Algo. That is a very, very powerful move. In fact, usually when that breaks through, we will eventually get the RSI move up to the overbought territory, which is up here at 70. So that could be another day or two move to the upside. We also have our 1100 exponential moving average coming in here on the daily, sitting right now at 5573. 5573, and that's where price ran to on that first initial breakout, right next to that level, and then decided to pull back from there. RSI has now crossed over market baseline on the daily. You can see what happened last time. Price marked over the market baseline. It was here. Price ran up, came down, double tapped, and made that initial power run. Then it had stayed in the bullish background, the green background, for this whole entire time. And price did continue to rise, did a double tap of that high there. Over that time, we then dropped down to the bearish RSI. That was here on October 10th. We were in the bearish RSI for all of that time until just yesterday, or we could even say today, really. And price didn't really do anything except for trade sideways. So it did not crash in that time being. Another thing that I want to take a look at here, and then also our most recent divergence indicator gave us the RSI and the on-balance volume and the money flow indicator as bearish, and it did drop from there. But right now, there's no bullish or bearish scenario on that. Let's look at the weekly one. No bullish or bearish there. What about the 4-hour? And we did just recently on the 4-hour divergence indicator get a big Mac Daddy one. Check this out. You got 6. You got the MACD, the histogram, the RSI, stochastic, momentum, money flow indicator. All said, bullish divergence happened right here. And sure enough, boom, the power move, our most recent power move did take place. So that's very interesting to see there. Jumping to the Japanese candlesticks, we only got the RSI and the momentum indicator, but the same result. The pump did happen to the upside. And really, the best results that I have seen come when an RSI or a MACD indicator shows up on the divergence spectrum. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off for a moment. And then I want to also bring in the moon phases here. Let's look at the moon phases. And our most recent moon phase was here. And that was a new moon, which typically indicates a downward move. And a full moon indicates a potential pump to the upside. So we go back in history, we had a full moon, price ran up. Let's go to daily, it's a little bit easier, a little less data to track, right? So full moon, we had a nice pump there. New moon kind of dropped a little bit, but it actually rallied through it. Here we had a full moon, didn't do anything. New moon didn't do anything. And as you guys probably know, there is a new full moon in 3 days. So November 8th is going to be a new full moon. And that would indicate on this method, we would have Tuesday, November 8th would be our full moon, and we would have a continued pump. We're already getting a pre-pump. So this could be interesting. Now, the moon phases thing doesn't always play out, but it has done a decent job. Full moon moved up. Full moon moved up. Full moon did not. Full moon moved up big, right? So let's see what happens here. We do have room to move up into our daily 1100 exponential moving average. And let's go ahead and get rid of this weekly supply and demand zone and take a look at our daily supply and demand zone. Puts us here, just giving us a more narrow focus on where price could go. It is currently bouncing off of that right at this moment. So it did reject off of that zone. Will we get the push through? With the new moon coming out or the full moon coming out, could we get the continued push to the upside? One thing that I am still weary of, it is also the weekend. Weekends are typically slow. We had a big Friday move to the upside. Usually we'll have like trading sideways Saturday, Sunday, and then a pullback. And that pullback is a possibility because we do still have this fair value gap lurking from yesterday. That's what we talked about when we were recording yesterday's video. That candle made its own fair value gap or imbalance in the market that needs to be filled. When will it be filled? We'll continue watching. As I've covered for many, many times now on XRP specifically, this is really important for you to understand. On the daily charts, Japanese candlesticks, there is no fair value gaps. They've all been filled to the downside. So that's super bullish, right? It does not, XRP does not have any imbalance to come back and fill at all to the downside, except for this little one right here. So if it goes and fills that quickly, makes its move to the upside, that would be really exciting. Look at where our fair value gap fills are next. 71 cents, 74 cents, and 80 cents. Those are our most recent fair value gap fills that may happen. Now let's jump to our daily supply and demand zones again. Obviously, we know we're looking to fight and fill this one right now. Then we need to break above this zone right here. This is our breakout candle, which is exactly where that exponential moving average is coming into play at the exact same time. That's also the very top of the daily supply and demand zone. After we break that 55.87, 56 cents, we can make our move to the upside. Our next daily supply and demand zone upside target would be here. That's that 58 cents to 65 cents, which what we're really talking about, right? So now we have 55, 65, and then our next target would be this one here, that 75-cent zone, the bottom of that target, actually. So we move that to the bottom, 75 cents. So we have 55, 65, 75 cents where we're looking to move if we get bullish. On the contrary, if for some reason we break down at this point, it is possible. So if it does, we could see the return back here to 35, potentially 34 cents. But looking here on the RSI TDI, we've now switched bullish here on the background as well. So we got 2 days now in bullish territory for the RSI and Japanese candles. Weekly, we've been bullish. It's making its move back up. The weekly indicator has a lot of promise. Like, this has the ability to move all the way up here to the overbought territory in the weekly charts, which is freaking massive. Like, we could see some massive moves. Last time we had a long duration inside, we moved from this zone here, which was 18 cents. Now, this is way back in the day in 2020, but that whole time it peaked out from 18 cents up to 82 cents, all in this green weekly zone. All right. And we're now in a very potential rise to the upside weekly zone. We're going to watch this every single day, every single week. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you can follow along with us. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this information is financial advice. Do not buy or sell anything we talk about on this channel. It's just financial entertainment and education. All right, so bullish weekly, jump into daily, bullish daily, jump into 4 hour, bullish 4 hour, jump into the 1 hour. We are a little bit bearish in the 1 hour, which is interesting. So we have gone bearish. We've gone below market baseline, and it's starting to curl down. And so this is on a smaller time frame. Let's get rid of this marking so we can see a little more clearly. Let's get rid of, it's also, boom, okay. It's also tapping on the top side of a trend. So here's an interesting thing. If we have a bullish move, lots of volume comes in, we break through this daily supply and demand zone, we move to the upside. That would also mean that we broke the hourly trend line here, and we'd have a break of trend. That could then allow us to then make the move RSI up, crossing market baseline, giving us bullish background like we were here and here. This is where the breakout happened, right? So the bullish breakout happened here. A couple of hours later, boom, it took off. We could have a bullish breakout here. That's possible. However, if we continue to get the sell-off that has been happening over the weekend so far and we drop, there is room to move down to the lower levels here of the oversold territory. So this is an important trend line. If it breaks it, we could see a breakout to new highs of this most recent time, or we could see a continued gradual drop. We'll find out tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe. All right, jumping over here to Ethereum. So Ethereum has been bullish for quite some time, riding out the daily RSI to the very extreme of the overbought territory. Also had the trend line break confirmation, rode it all the way up, got really, really significantly high here on the daily charts. We have now today officially gotten an RSI on balance volume and money flow indicator bearish divergence. So how strong of a bearish divergence will that be? I am not sure yet. We're going to have to continue following that. Right now, we do see there is a fair value gap that could easily be filled here to the downside of yesterday's candle and go and clear that out back to 1560. Or it could even drop all the way down to this other large daily fair value gap down here, even all the way down to 1373 if this type of RSI move plays out. We have seen some very serious RSI moves in the past. We take a look here. We have flipped bullish back here on October 16th. That also coincided with the MACD, histogram, RSI, CCI, and volume-weighted MACD bullish divergences, and boom, we had a massive move. So we will continue to track the Ethereum process as well. When we flip over to Heikinashi's and we take a look at supply and demand zones, we do have this supply and demand zone directly above us, and we very, very nearly tapped it. It did not quite get it. And if you guys have been following along, that was the one thing I thought would happen. I thought we would get to that 1693. And the reason why is because Bitcoin did get to there. So if we go to the supply and demand zones here and we go to Bitcoin and we find our daily supply and demand box here, you can see we hit right in it. And so Bitcoin jumped into it yesterday. Today, continuing its push to the upside, it is getting a bearish divergence on this daily, the momentum flow, and there is a big fair value gap from yesterday's candle and also a couple of days ago on the October 25th candle as well that could bring it back down. If this bearish move falters, we could, or if this bullish move falters, we could be getting bearish for the next couple of days, fill these fair value gaps back to 19,600. That is the big fair value gaps that are available now. The rest of them are severely deep, so not really seeing that being a reality. When we take a look at our 4 hour is giving us a really, really big red flag. So 4 hour is giving us the histogram, RSI, stochastic, momentum, on balance volume, and money flow, all of them. They're all triggered. That was a few hours ago, and it has started to come down a little, but it has not had its real bearish move yet. So this is on the 4 hour. We have had the cross back into the volatility band. You can see how wide these so it got narrow here and here, and now it just went woo, right? And that was when all of this happened. We are still bullish on the 4 hour. We are still bullish on the daily, and weekly we just flipped bullish. So we could be in for a serious run if we don't have that quick pullback to fill those fair value gaps.
If you're ready to earn an extra $200 to $3,000 per day in passive income, just like the Run Guys do every single day, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, then click the link in the description of this video to learn the Run Guys' #1 way to start earning passive income online with crypto today.